What if I showed you the rapture ain't what you think it is? All right. I want y'all to sit back and analyze the information and take your feelings out of it. All right, let's get it started. Now, here's the etymology dictionary online. You see the caption up here. You can just do a quick Google search, and you see which dictionary I'm using. All right. Now, let me get rid of these marks. All right. Now, it says, act of carrying off as prey or plunder, from rap plus ture, or else from French rapture, or medieval Latin. Y'all do know Latin is the language of the Romans. The Romans started the transatlantic world war, also known as the transatlantic slave trade. They created papal bulls that created the rapture. The papal bull, examine the papal bulls, kicked off the transatlantic slave trade or world war. So we've been getting raptured up in this piece. All right, now. Seize, rape, kidnapping, from Latin raptus, a carrying off. That's why you see the letters the way they are. You see that? Yeah, it's really capture. Just put the capture up there. Capture and the R word. Put them together and what you got. Yeah. But all right, let's keep going. All right. Kidnapping. All right. A carrying, I read that. Okay. A carrying off. Abduction, snatching away. Y'all see the R word right there. Let me show it to you. Y'all see what it said? All right, now. The earliest attested use in English is with women as objects. Y'all see what it says? All right. You can do your own due diligence. All right. Now look. Now this is what look. Now think about it. You got to be a sick and demented devil to have spiritual ecstasy in this stuff up here. This brings you spiritual ecstasy. You got to be a sick and demented devil if that brings you joy. But nevertheless, let me keep going. All right. State of mental transparent or exaltation is recorded by 1600 raptures. The connecting notion of sudden violent taking away, carrying away, the meaning, expression of exalted or passionate feeling. In words, music. There you go. Now let me show y'all what it means, how they try to explain it away today. Now this is the Encyclopedia Britannica. All right. Religion. Now notice that is, who that is, somebody wrote it. See that? Now and look, it's been fact checked. I call them fake checkers. And look, last updated. Look. This stuff is laughable, y'all. It's laughable. All right, now. Okay, the rapture in Christianity, the eschatological concern with the last things and end time belief that both living and dead believers will ascend into heaven to meet Jesus Christ at the second coming. Let me get my other page here. Let me move this one down. All right. That's the second part right here. The belief in the rapture emerged from the anticipation that Jesus would return to redeem all members of the church. The term rapture, however, appears nowhere in the New Testament. That's the key word right there. Nowhere in the New Testament. Okay, that's the key word right there. All right. Let me see here. In his first letter to the Thessalonians, I'm going to show you in the Bible that people got the whole concept of being raptured. I'm going to show you in Matthew. I'm going to use the words of the Messiah. All right. Matter of fact, I think I've shown enough of this. You can pause and read this yourself. You can go to Encyclopedia Britannica. That's the way I did it, the way I done it. So you can go look it up yourself. All right. Now just look at the word. Just look at the word. Look right here, and look at this. And look right here, being carried off against your will. Look at the word, and look at the slaves, and look at the slave. All right. Now let's go into the Bible. This is the Messiah, Matthew chapter 24. His disciple, I believe it was Peter, asked him about the end times. I'm just getting down here to this so-called rapturing. Now look here. But of that day and hour, no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the days of Noah were, that's the key word. That's the key word. Just like in the days of Noah, this is what the end gonna be like. But as the days of Noah, so also, let me get that out the way, will be the coming of the Son of Man. For as in the days before the flood, they were eating and drinking and married and given into marriage until Noah entered the ark. Okay. Now, let me get over here to this other part. And did not know until the flood came and took. See, people think the rapture mean they gonna get took away. You gonna get took away if you ain't living right. All right. Okay. Now look, the ones that got took in the flood died. Look, did not know until the flood came and took them away. The flood came and took them all away. They died. Those that got took died. So how is it that people think that if they get took, that's a good thing? They're not studying their Bibles. They don't know the Messiah. They don't know the Most High. They don't know what holiness is. That's why the most wickedest group of people on the earth that's went all over the land stealing, killing, and destroying and maintaining their rulership with fresh blood think they gonna get off without being held accountable. All right. Y'all better study.